I'd like to invite forward the youth for the youth message. And you can give Barbara Soward a round of applause for making this awesome tablecloth for our table here. So thank you. We'll get to it. So we have a card deck here. This one's actually from the Hard Rock Cafe. They were donated to us, so that's what we use today. So I have a little card trick for you. So I'm going to kind of split the deck a little bit, kind of shuffle it up a little bit, and get it kind of mixed up. All right, and then I'll shuffle it. And I injured my finger, so I'm not sure how the shuffling's going to go. So we'll, bear with me here as I try to. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I can't do the bridge with my finger like that. And should I shuffle one more time, mix them up real good? Yeah. All right, mix them up real good. Make sure there's no funny business going on here. All right, and mix it up as good as we can. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the top card, we're going to take the bottom card, and then I'm going to cut the deck. So what that means is you're going to lift some of those cards off the top, kind of like that, and we'll pick that card. So you lift some of the cards off the top. So according to that, and then you take that card. Don't show anyone what that card is, but take that top one and lay it down right in the middle. Lay it down right there. All right? So we don't need the rest of these. All right? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to pick a card. So Ethan, why don't you pick a card? That one? Okay, so we'll get rid of that one. So put it over here. All right, and then Charlotte, pick another card. This one over here? Okay, so that's going to be our card. All right? So that's our card. And actually, I think we're just going to go ahead and show everybody. So what's our card? What do we have today?
King of Hearts.
The King of Hearts. Okay, that's great. That's fantastic. It's actually really nice. I'm glad that it's the King of Hearts because Jesus, right, is the King of our hearts. So it kind of makes sense for today. And today we're talking about Jesus. So what I'm going to do, right now it's just a normal King of Hearts. There's nothing funny about this card. It's just normal, right? We're going to write Jesus on this card, and it's going to be special. Because we're going to write Jesus on it. And it's hard to see, so we're actually going to write it up here too so you can see a little bit easier. Jesus. No, I'm just holding the cap in my hand. So we wrote Jesus on this card, right? Because that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about Jesus. Now, if you guys went to a Good Friday service, you'll know what happened to Jesus. People didn't like Jesus very much. He posed a big threat to some people in power. So they wanted to get rid of Jesus. So what did they do to him? They killed Jesus. They crucified Jesus. They got rid of him. I know. It was really sad. People were really shocked, just like you were, and all his followers were very sad. So we're going to put a little bit of lighter fluid, because they wanted to make sure. They wanted to make sure and that he was, and so I'm going to tell everyone else, just take 2 steps back. Actually, let's take steps right over here. Let's come stand right over here. Come with me. It's going to be a pretty big fire. So they wanted to make sure that Jesus was no more. They wanted to make absolute certain that he wasn't going to be there. So we're going to, a little bit more. So 1 step back, 1 step back. All right. And light it on fire. They wanted to make sure that there was no chance that Jesus was going to come back. And truly he died. Jesus really did die on the cross. And actually, it's getting pretty hot up here with the flame. So I'm going to take that off. So I'm going to just toss that over there. But as you can see, there's nothing that could survive this, right? And that's what everyone thought on the cross. There's no way that Jesus could come back from that. Crucifixion was the worst way to go. And they wanted to make sure that there was nothing really left. So that's more smoke than last time. Hopefully we don't get the smoke alarm. So, he was dead and gone. And that was really sad for all of his disciples, and a lot of people were really sad that Jesus was gone. And what they did with his body, you guys remember what they did with his body? They put him in a tomb. And actually, I'll have you do this. So you want to put all these back in here. So that's kind of like the tomb. They put Jesus' body into the tomb. Now, someone came to the tomb 3 days later to check on Jesus, to take care of the body. Do you remember who it was? Mary. Yeah, exactly right. Mary Magdalene went, and she went to the tomb. Now, when she went to the tomb and she opened it up, she was looking for somebody. Who was she looking for?
Jesus.
All right.
Wait, no way.
All right. Oh.
It's gonna be bad.
All right. Now, I'm going to ask you, Whitaker, once again to cut the deck. All right. And then Cora, take this card, but don't show anybody. Don't show anybody. All right. And what do you think it is?
It's not Jesus.
Oh.
It's not Jesus.
Well, that's awkward. That's the three of spades. Let's try that one more time. Let's try that one more time. Okay. So let's shuffle it up. All right. I forgot. Okay. So this time we're gonna have Georgia. Do you mind cutting the deck this time?
Okay.
All right. And then Charlotte, pick the card, and rub it right over your heart, because remember it was the King of Hearts, right? And Jesus is in our heart. So that's what we did wrong last time. So now everyone, let's see the card. What do we have? Well, that's a pretty big disappointment. and you know that must be how they felt when they went to the tomb and were disappointed. They didn't see Jesus in the tomb. They went and he wasn't there. In fact, the tomb, like this deck of cards, was empty. And without Jesus around, they must have been feeling really lonely and cold because they wanted Jesus in their lives, right? So actually, I'm going to ask it back. I'm getting cold, so I want to put this. Does that seem heavier to you than to you earlier? I feel like there's something in the pocket. Do you want to reach in the pocket there?
No.
And what do we have?
The King of Hearts, Jesus.
And it's the same Jesus. We wrote on that card special on top and the middle. They thought they killed. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. They thought that Jesus was dead and gone. It was right here. But really, Jesus was alive. That's the same Jesus. We wrote on that card.
You ripped up a different card.
We have Jesus with us in our lives. We thought he was dead and gone. But really, Jesus was with us the whole time. Even, can I rein you guys back in for 1 second? Let's go right here, because we're going to pray in just a second. That's a different card. I did this earlier. I did this earlier in the day, too.
I still like prayer.
So, this card, even if this card was in my pocket the whole time, that shows us that Jesus is with us the whole time, right? Because Jesus is with us in our hearts today, and he's with us always, right? So, will you guys bow your heads and pray with me? God, we thank you so much that indeed you are with us all the time. God, we love you so much, and you love us enough that you sent your Son to die on the cross for us. But it didn't end there. He was raised again to new life. And God, because of that, we're saved, and you're with us each and every day of our lives. In your name we pray. Amen.
Can we let her
Thanks for coming,
fire
guys.
again?